I tend to feel guilty as well. And the thing I feel guilty about the most at the moment is the fact that I don't give blood. Give us a cheer if you give blood on a regular basis. Yes. So few could always be marketing. I think it's the marketing that's to blame, because I heard the advert on the radio, and the advert goes like this: would you like to save a life? And I thought, not really bothered. Do I know them? But I've heard that you get a half-hour sit down. Is that right? You get a half-hour sit down? Yeah? And you get a cup of tea, is that right? Oh, biscuit. Did you know about the biscuits? Who said biscuits? Where are you, love? Nice lady there. What kind of biscuits do they have? What's the best biscuit that they have at your place?
Bourbons.
Oh, Bourbons, and somebody in the middle went, yeah. Got a big Bourbon fan in tonight. So can anybody do... The Bourbon's pretty good. Can anybody do better than a Bourbon at their blood place?
Club biscuits.
Club biscuits. Who said that? Where are you, fella? Hello, fella. Do they have a variety of club biscuits or just the one flavour?
I'll just go for the orange one.
You just go for the orange ones. You're not a hero at all, are you? Just going for the free orange clubs. Excellent. We've got... Are we going to get any better than an orange club? I don't know. What was that? Party rings. Are you 9? Are they fanned out, like on a plate, all fancy? That's what I'd want. Jelly and ice cream as well. That would... Party rings. I haven't had a party ring in years. Can anybody do better than party rings at orange clubs? No, that's it. They've got no... I'm sorry. I could compete with the lady with the Bourbon, but I'm fucked against the orange clubs. But you see, this is the sort of thing that we need to know, isn't it? This should be in the advert. The advert shouldn't be, would you like to save a life? The advert should be... Do you like sitting down? Would you love sitting down? Do you like cups of tea? I love cups of tea. We've got party rings. Oh, if you've got party rings, why don't we see if you need some fucking bone marrow while we're on? I did a show in Manchester and a lady shouted, at my place, if you pretend you don't feel very well, they give you a sandwich. Prawn mayonnaise. But I've been trying to relax a bit. I'm not very good at relaxing. I took the opportunity when I moved into the house to buy myself some new pyjamas. I normally save that luxury for Christmas. Does anybody else get new pyjamas at Christmas? Yeah. So I brought it forward by a month when I moved into the house, and I went off to Marks and Spencer's. I don't know if you know this, but Marks and Spencer's don't really sell pyjamas anymore. They sell stay-at-home leisure wear. So I looked at them on the hanger and I thought they looked like pyjamas. So I bought them anyway, I took them home, I put them on straight away, and I thought they feel like pyjamas. And I thought this is just Marks and Spencer's being overly fancy with the naming of things, that's all it is. And I thought, what would be the difference between pyjamas and something called stay-at-home leisure wear anyway? And then I went to do the dishes. I stood in front of the kitchen sink and I went to roll my sleeves up, and the cuffs on the stay-at-home leisure wear were so tight that I couldn't roll my sleeves up. So I couldn't do the dishes. And I like to think that was Marks and Spencer's going, hey, you, sit yourself down. With any luck, the 90s will be flammable and I'll get out the fucking cooking and all. But I think you can't be too relaxed. I think it's possible to be too relaxed because I think the filter that's between your brain and your mouth is there for a reason. I went for massages with a friend of mine. We came out afterwards, got in the car to go home. I was driving, she was in the passenger seat. We were both so floppy and relaxed after the massages that neither of us spoke for ages. It was really comfortable, a proper comfortable silence, if you like. I was just concentrating on the driving. She was watching the scenery go by out of the window. It was lovely. 20 minutes we were like that, 20 minutes of complete silence. She chose to break the 20-minute silence with this sentence. I tell you who else is a bad driver. I think my cautious nature is I think it's a control issue. I think I'm a bit of a control freak. I think that's what it sort of boils down to. I like to be in charge of all areas of my life. And as I get older, I realise maybe that's not the right thing. Maybe I need to calm down. Maybe I need to let other people do things for me. Maybe I need to be a little bit more spontaneous. Maybe I need to worry a little bit less about my back door, you know? But that sounds terrible. No. it's clean though, don't you? And I could do a bungee jump, but you know, for me it's all about small steps and trying not to shit myself. So I have some space dust in my pocket. Give us a wave if you've done this. What do I do, love? Just put it in, that's it. Can I just do a little bit? Put it all in, like you bastards. All of it. We've paid our money, put it all in. Okay. Any more tips? Don't tell your mum. I won't if you don't, Flower. Okay, let's do it. Come. What was that, love? Hold it in me mouth. That was worth shouting out twice, wasn't it, Flower? Okay, let's do it like, can we do clap, clap, clap? The crackling, is that it? Is that all it does? 36 years, is that fucking it? My mum thinks this is drugs. What about if I put it somewhere else? Not now, don't start clapping. No, you're not the boss of me. I was trying to wash it away. It appears to have made it a lot worse. Did it come out the same way? Did it come out the same way? Well, I have to remember I've had this tomorrow. You know, like sometimes when you have a beetroot scare. I nearly did me sex face for you there. It's nearly gone. I've never been so happy about swallowing in my whole life. Probably do it more often if it tasted like that. I wonder if you could combine the two. I'm nearly there. Give us a minute. I have to confess that I have done this each night on tour. My mum's right, I'm fucking hooked. Oh, you've been a lovely audience. Thank you very much for coming. Let me leave you with one final thing. Some people think the reason that I'm cautious is that I'm scared, that I'm sort of scared of life, and that's why I pull back, and I disagree entirely. I love life, I embrace life, I just want it to last as long as possible, and I think that's fairly reasonable, isn't it? I used to think that premature death was the worst thing. Nobody wants to go before their time, but I don't know if it is the worst thing anymore. I was in my car about 6 months ago, driving along, had the radio on, and on the radio came a news report. And on the news report, a policeman said that a body had been found, a female body, and it had been found in suspicious circumstances. It was horrible, of course it was. And at the end of the report, he said that there were definitely no sexual motives. And I thought, if there's one thing worse than being found dead, it's if they look at your body and go... No way. I'd have trimmed that if I were her. You've been lovely. Thank you very much for coming. Good night.
Thanks for watching. You know what would be great is if you liked and subscribed. I'm so needy. I'm so sorry. And why not come and see me live? The tickets are available at sarahmillican.co.uk. Put the kettle on and settle in.